The Open Public Internet Architecture project of the Open Dialogue Coalition is currently in the alpha stage, pre-launch formation phase. We're seeking partners, seed funding, and looking forward to a beta phase launch to test our architecture and Internet Application Integrated Suite. This is a proposal for an open public internet architecture, the purpose being to assist in Recovery Act implementation and to provide a scalable, extensible, and free infrastructure for civic engagement generally, and as well as to provide a platform for other open public internet architectures for e-commerce, for payments, for e-learning, for health and wellness online, and for all critical information infrastructure sectors of our economy and society. Those results can be achieved by a better use of technology. For example, take a look at recovery.gov now. As of March 30th, the timeline is a good example of a Web 1.0 architecture and the limits that occur as a result of that. There's only a few items on it. Obviously, it's updated by hand individually by a webmaster. This is not good enough. Now, this architecture, by contrast, avails itself of Web 2.0 technologies and methods such as syndication and faceted browsing to permit many people to update the timeline from across different stakeholding groups: government, federal, state, local, media, nonprofits, and so on. And then easily a user can filter to see information from certain sources or based on other lenses. Here's a great example of how this kind of combination can work. Here's a timeline and a map showing you United States presidents, and you can sort it based on religion. The importance of having different applications is critical. This is an example of how you can use simile widgets to have a statute frame where you can link pages and sections of the statute directly to information in other frames, such as dates on a timeline, as you saw in recovery.gov, or perhaps places on a map, or for that matter, spending information within an online spreadsheet. Powerfully, in this architecture, we separate those frames and applications from what we call lenses that allow you to select the source and type of data stream. So, for example, one could select in one frame a statute based on page and section, and a data stream, say, from the Mass Health Data Consortium, where you could hear section-by-section analysis by Ray Campbell of the health IT provisions in the statute. The identity of the users and the identity of the organizations are critical to the integrity and transparency and accountability in this open public internet architecture. However, the purpose of identity is not simply to personalize and to allow for convenience. It's also to assure privacy, security, and due process for the public nature of the applications that this architecture is intended to support. To assist the reuse of these frames and lenses, we've also put together an architecture for so-called frame plates that allow for a template-like reusability of different combinations of frames and lenses. So we invite you to join us, to be a partner, a sponsor, or funder, to join as an organization and join your knowledge, as an individual to join and to contribute, as a technologist to join and help us with the code. If you're a public sector entity, please join and share and receive information. If you're a business for-profit, consider joining and creating a market as one of the communities. Public interests or foundations, again, join and share your data and avail yourselves of the data of others. For strategic investors, by all means, give us a call. And foundations, grants, or gift givers, we're standing by. Next steps, we're seeking volunteers and help. We'll be creating pilots using the statute and exhibit and timeline prototypes. We'll be growing the foundation and seeking syndication of information and people to embed our information in their sites. The Open Dialogue Coalition is a loose collaborative including Daniel Daz-Greenwood of Civics.com, Daniel Bennett of AdvocateHope.org, Ryan Chin of MIT Media Lab Smart Cities Group, Ray Campbell of the eCitizen Foundation Incorporated and Massachusetts Health Data Consortium, David Calderuso of Community Counts and BigDialogue.org, Dr. Lawrence Levick of Western Illinois University, Salona Bonvald of Salona.com and the League of Technical Voters, Pat McCormick, and Jonathan Klippinger.